I'm going to teach you how to create a butterfly or tornado chart in Looker Studio. It's not a native chart, so you do have to do some work to get there, but it's actually really easy. But these charts can be really helpful when you're comparing like metrics. In this case, I'm using Google Analytics data. I'm lining up all of the marketing channels against revenue and sessions. And so in this case, you can see things where, in this case, paid social is driving a lot of traffic, but not as much revenue. Organic search is driving a lot of revenue, but not as much traffic. So it's really easy to see and do some comparisons there against different channels and how they're performing. So to get started, you'll come in and add a horizontal bar chart. And from here, since I'm using Google channel, I need my channel data. So I'll get channel added here. And then if I need, then I need sessions. Okay, great. And I'm just gonna scoot this over a little bit just so it opens it up a bit. And then I'm gonna start to style it. So that's what you need here. So if I come to styles, I'm gonna add a title. So that's gonna change out this. So instead of that long thing, I'm just gonna call it sessions so I can label my metrics. And then I'm going to want to center that and bold it. And notice that right here, this says bars is only showing 10 channels. I know I have more than that, so I'm going to open this up a little bit more here. So I've got showing all my channels showing up. You can add as many or as few as you want there. You can also group them into other if you want, if you don't care about some that are driving very little sessions or revenue. I do want to see my data labels, so I can see those right there on the bar because I'm going to be removing, or it's just easier to see that way. And I do want compact numbers, so I'm going to check compact numbers, so that shrinks those down a little bit, which is nice. And then I'm not crazy about this color, so I'm going to change that to like a lighter blue. Great. And then come down here a little bit more. And I want to get rid of these grid marks back here. So I can change this to transparent. So under grid, select the grid color, and then notice my grid marks go away. And then I want to get rid of the legend. So this sessions here I don't need since I have it as a title. So I remove that. And then finally, I want to go to, instead of showing this up here, I don't need that. I'm going to do not show. So that's the basic styles there. Now what I'm going to do is copy and paste this. So I've got the exact same setup here, but this time I'm going to do it for revenue. So I'm going to type in revenue, find my revenue metric here. Great, so that all lines up. But notice what happened here is organic search now doesn't line up with paid social. Direct does, email doesn't. So these are now out of order. So what I'm going to do is actually go back to my sessions chart, come down here. Since I want revenue first, I'm going to sort by total revenue. The same metric that I'm using here, I'm going to sort this one here. So now you can see everything lines up. Organic search, direct, email, all those line up nicely. So a couple more things I need to do with this report, this side of the chart, is click on style and change out my title. Great. And then come down here and make this reverse the axis direction. So now it lines up there. Great. I'm also going to change the color. Total preference if you want to have color that's same color or a different color. I think it's nice because it stands out a little bit more. So we'll make revenue green. And now I'm just going to line these up like that. Okay, but notice we see all this stuff in the back, all the channels in the back there. So if I click back on here, go to style and come down to under grid, there is this background color. So it's currently transparent. If I make this white, that covers over that. Be careful not to make this the main background white. If you do that, it'll change the border color too, and it'll overlap on top of your other chart. So to make that transparent. And then finally, if you do have some trouble lining these up, you can highlight both of them, right click and go to align vertically middle. That'll make sure that they line up perfectly. So that's about it. That's how you create a butterfly chart in Looker Studio. Pretty straightforward. Let me know if you have any questions.